You ever watch squirrels in a tree fuck?
The song is lit.
I do.
never held you in very high esteem, but I must admit that this time, without knowing it, you have put me on the right track. You're right. For once, I shall not depend on mathematical calculation.
Never depend on mathematical calculations. Math is a fucking lie. I don't know if anybody's watching, so I haven't really been talking. I'm just fixing up everything from the last one. to get my foreground correct so I can make this bitch pop. Something about doing the back of the trees, like the foliage and stuff, in black, that really makes it pop once you add color to it. So that's the reason. Although I kind of like them black and white like that too. It's kind of creepy and like ominous, but it's too plain. Have to do like a lot more layering to make it work. Still cool though, whatever. I wanted to make it look like I was in a fucking dark room. We're developing film, y'all. Don't even worry about it. It's always tricky too, because I always think I know like what I'm gonna do as you're going. You just kind of remember small details, like I don't even know how to explain it. If you look at a tree, like there's one outside my window, there's always like weird like twigs and stuff that hang off. You don't really think to add those at first. Speed is awful. I think this sample is French disco, so it may give me a copyright. Should be fun. They might be, but I don't know. Only if he likes it. And that wasn't. He basically said so long as the shit don't suck, he wants them. So, it's in the eye of the beholder now. Yeah, yours are this size, Brett. they're bigger. They're bigger than the last one. Hello, Sasha. Here's the first one in comparison. Since I double the size, it looks like my. Oh, why is it not showing on this camera? There you go. So yeah, it's basically the same but double wide as that first one. So there's that. There's that there. This is always quite a few layers as well, especially with brighter colors, because I'm going to go with an orange for this. And it just takes layer after layer after layer to like kind of build it up. So I'm not too worried about the texture of this. I mean, not that this texture is bad, but it's all like uniform. It would look really weird, kind of amateur, to just be like, here's a bunch of dots. But it's good for blocking out your form. Probably gonna do a squirrel orgy in the trees for Brett. Just because I figured that would be rad. Like, who doesn't want squirrel? Or hopefully, like, the few people that have heard a song where I talk about something like that aren't hearing this, they'll think I'm like actually really obsessed with like squirrels having sex. Which just isn't the case, man. After these layers start to build up, then it just starts to actually have character and pop. I've tried to do it before with just like one layer of color and it just doesn't look right. Even those little miniature ones that some people have grabbed, like, it's a lot of layers. It's funny because this is more technique that I've like learned over time than it is like drawing ability or skill. Like literally anybody could fucking do this. Maybe not the same, like it might not look the same because we all are different as far as just the way we perceive stuff. And now there's lyrics, so I'm gonna try to talk over it. But basically, I think anybody can come up with like their style of doing like trees and have fun doing it. Very stress relieving. Like, Before this, I was gonna go outside and just start punching dogs, but I'm not gonna do that today.
I can television filled with lies disguised as truth. It's spreading like the word to the youth. Watch the tube. A place where the god gets food is sorcery. To recreate the god forgery. There's more than meets the eye. Not too many know. Just hit me flow like the eye of Horus Pinio. Yeah, not ready to leave until we believe we're free to go. You hear me, bro?
From the ether, the material will eat ya. Stuck on this plane, lanes use jet fuel to greet ya. The dimensional creep, me on top of the board. Didn't climb Jacob's ladder to squab with a sword. Forged with Yggdrasil, branch down. Try quiet your lamps now. Ascension past the matter. Let they slam out they damn mouths. We ain't on land now, but they over understand. Sacrificing wisdom, hoarding dumber kosher wicked hands. Putting faith in worthless worship of the mortals. Artificial portals, mass ingestion of the black goo, bioengineered morsels. Conversing with machine elves, bypassing maggots. They stuck on Android screens now. I'm scrolling infrared tablets. Moloch living lavish, off the backs of the savage. Them clasp hands at the Sabbath, smack of energy damage. They done twisted their tongues with nanotech in the lungs. The awakening's begun. All they really can do is fucking run.
The trouble with us is we're in a rut. Too much work and no play. We don't take time to see our old friends. Yes, not so many of our old friends left, Michael. Well, then we ought to make new. What we ought to do is... Oh, come on, everything.
I wonder if I'll get a copyright strike for this. This is on my instrumental album on Spotify. I bet I will. Then it'll just go mute and then everyone will think it's a Charlie Chaplin movie. Which is the best. Definitely want it to look like there is a trail going to the back there. Because that's just the way I planned this one. think it makes it more fun. Like, oh man, what's back there? I mean, we know it's squirrels in a tree having sex, but are they pleased about it? The only way to know is to get inside of this painting and find out. Now I'm just kind of dry brushing to kind of smooth that stuff out. I mean, I guess it's not really dry brushing because it's saturated with paint, but it's all sad. Found Dad making out with a prostitute at 7-Eleven. Cleaning brushes. It's very boring.
And a razor to a toddler. Your God is not my father. My father used to put out fires with a lot of water. While you was playing kid games, I was testing blotter. Expanding my dimension, did I mention that I slaughter anything in front of me? You don't wanna be my enemy. I never met a motherfucking cop who was a friend of me. Writing me a ticket or putting me in some cuffs, but never understand the common man is had enough. Give me my freedom, get it, do I have to die? And hope that I get inside your heaven in the sky. Well, fuck that, you can talk. That in your asshole, burn down your church as I walk away casual. Rather keep it factual, illuminate with light, or giving a death sentence for trying to make it right. Make it right.
You're the only one who wasn't afraid to come here today.
So now, while that shit drying, add some detail to those trees. Also, the other thing that's cool about doing all the background foliage and stuff in black at first is if you throw color on like that and you're like, that shit sucks, just paint it black again. That's the last free tip I'm ever giving anybody on being weird. Ooh, that's bright. Like breathing right into the camera. Luckily it's not smell-o-vision, I mean, you smell my stink-ass breath, oh man. I don't know what it is, this brown looks way too red. That's okay. This is kind of the same thing, it's just kind of a visual aid for me to see what I need to do. This, even though I kind of like sketched this out, like this is still pretty off the cuff, like. But it already looks so much cooler than it did just 30 minutes ago or something. He doesn't understand time. Don't fault him for that. He was born in a convent without any lights. Oh, the things I did for rice. you actually kind of like that now. I actually kind of like that, kinda, sorta. What does it mean? No one knows. He's just saying things in cursive. I speak in cursive a lot. Don't even worry about that shit. Speak in cursive and I speak in shorthand. I speak butt naked in a frying pan. They're like, man, that's weird. I'm like, that's cool, homeboy. Get the crumbs out my beard. Then we feasted on crumbs out my beard. And that's what happened. Make some little indications of some tree limbs inside of there. Because, you know, that's how it goes. Get a real Arbor Day feel here.
Waffles here, huh? You kidding? This is what it's all about. Yeah, I was kind of hoping there was more to it. I'm on the road 293 days out of the year for my job. Lean into it. I'm kind of trying to watch my weight, though, thinking about it. You know you only live once, right? And I guarantee you, when you're taking your last breath, you're going to be thinking, I should have eaten more waffles. Probably right. That and I should have got more pussy. pussy. What else is there? Waffles and pussy. What else is there?
As much as I hate covering some of the background trees, like this orange tree looks off if it's not balanced. This orange tree, there's two. The one I'm working on looks unbalanced for whatever reason. Whew, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm pretty fond of like black frames, but a white frame might look pretty dope. I'm a scoundrel and I never actually frame anything. Which I'm thinking I should probably start doing, like if Corona ever ends and we can like do art shows again. Because people that frame their shit at the show, like it looks so much nicer already framed and stuff. So I'd say it's all preference, bro, but it's funny, I like no colors on canvas, but I don't really know interior decoration. Lindsay can attest to that. Like, it's pretty sad. I suck at aesthetics.
Metabolism is not. It's all in your mind. I can control my metabolism with my mind. The mind is very powerful.
Well, that's pretty good. I can rationalize and make things worse simultaneously. That's my little tip.
It is true. People do buy them and just hang them. And I try to paint the sides on a lot of stuff, but I forget from time to time to do that. But I always just hung shit without framing it, but it does look way cooler framed, like for sure. And like I said, when I was at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or maybe both, I was looking at like painting frames, and like you can get the custom frames, but they're so expensive and in my opinion kind of pointless. They've already have so many pre-cut to standard sizes that it seems kind of stupid. I mean, unless you just want a certain type of frame or something, but everything they have pre-cut is pretty dope. But I use so many different, like I always thought about framing stuff for shows too. I guess another reason I never did was because I was like, unless they buy it with the frame, they buy it and I take the frame home and then I don't have that size and never use that size again, then I just have a frame that doesn't even match or whatever, which I guess that's fucking first world problems, but shit, now I gotta let this dry a little bit so I can do more. I think I could though. That's what I should do. I should do makeup tutorials. So like while the paint's drying, I can be like, this is how you do fucking fake eyebrows. Because that would be rad. I'm gonna regret this. I already know. No, I'm not. Highlights never killed nobody. Eminem came close to dying when he dyed his hair all super blonde, I heard, but if you believe anything I say, please go to the mental hospital. Alright, this brush sucks. I bought like a thing of like really expensive brushes like 3 years ago. I'm still afraid to use them. I don't really know why. But they were so expensive that I'm like, I should just get really good first before I use them. And I'm like, well, what was the point of buying them? So I'm using like these shitty Michaels brushes. I wear Hanes underwear. I like walks on the beach. I ate pizza earlier, so I'll probably be gassy later, just in case you wanted to know all that. It's just how life goes, man. Alright, yeah, this brush should just go in the trash. This brush sucks. Come on, man! People are fucking counting on me and I'm using shitty brushes. So many people hit me on there like, man, I know you're gonna impromptu live stream some bullshit and really counting on you. Here I am using a fucking shitty brush, letting everyone down. Old Gladys from church is probably gonna show up with her brass knuckles and beat the dog shit out of me again. I like this new bark method that I just invented. I mean, I guess I did it on a couple other paintings, but I haven't done it on a big one yet. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool, man. Come on, man. This live stream is brought to you by Joe Biden exclaiming. Give this a second to dry. I think I'm just gonna walk away because I don't even know who's watching. If you are watching and you're somehow captivated, bathroom break. Thanks, Andrea. Was it Andrea? I don't know. That makes me feel bad. Ooh, that brush is hideous. Just another of many, many layers. Let's see, this might be too bright. It's not too bright. And that's what they said about me in school. They're like, this one's not too bright. And I punched them all right in there, worthless dicks. Said, how dare you talk to the Prince of Milk that way? That was my old rap name. Might end up just keeping this one for myself. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's probably the coolest orange one I've ever done. At least color-wise, I like this color. I like how much it's popping. It looks crazy. I swear the hardest part is determining like the breaking point where the highlights would not continue, but a lot of times the paint just thins out as you're going and it kind of just automatically does it for you, which is weird. So weird, man. It's the mysteries of the world. Oh, comments. I haven't been paying attention. Thanks, Lori. I'm glad that you have those. Those are freaking amazing. I love that purple one especially. I really like the yellow too because it's so different than what I do. I do love that they're going out to awesome people as well. Catherine. Oh, people said that about me in school. You just weren't paying attention. You were too busy being awesome. Actually, I think Mr. Miller was the only teacher that just openly hated me. But that whole class was ridiculous. Like, I don't know how many times he threw an eraser at Vince's head. And Vince had those quick reflexes and it would hit me, which I was always talking to, so I guess I deserve to have an eraser thrown at me just the same. But, like, I don't think that guy ever even did lessons. I don't even know if we, like... I don't remember learning anything. I just remember talking to, like, you, Emma, Ryan. There was actually a lot of people in that class. Like, that class made no sense. I don't even know how to do as a teacher. He'd just turn off the lights and we would just, like, keep talking. Half the people would be sitting there with their drink cups from lunch. Oh my God, memories. A nice little happy path. Gotta get my Bob Ross on. Hopefully this isn't too wobbly. I want to show you from the front what it looks like. The lighting's kind of weird. Hopefully I'll have a setup soon where it's not off to the side. Although it's not awful, I guess, but it's not in the way at all, which is weird because I'm clumsy as shit. I don't think I can stick a fork in this yet, but I do like it. Which is funny, is when I started I was kind of like, meh, might paint over this with flying saucers instead. Tone that down. definitely done for now. I'll let this dry and like look at it again with fresh eyes and see what it needs. Obviously these need shading, these middle ground trees. But yeah, thanks for watching. Always bet on black. That's what Wesley Snipes taught me.